welcome back to the Wii YouTube studio. We've got a brand new set of Armed Forces themed knives, guys. This is Series 3, and we have, of course, the Navy, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marine series coming at you right now. We're going to go through each of these individually, and then we'll get you the specs and the details. It's a lot to go over here, but basically, just to get it right out of the way, all of them are titanium. All of them are Böhler M390 blade steel, and they're all roughly 3.8 to 3.9 inches on the blade. Very, very similar to the first two sets that we have done.
Yep. All right, so let's just start right off the back. We're going to start with the...
Let's do it. Let's slide these out of the way, and we'll jump into the Navy inspired knife first. This is the Gunwale.
Gunwale. Now, if I had to pick a favorite, this is probably my favorite one out of the series right now.
It's my favorite too.
It's because you'll see this, the blade grind is epic.
So you've got a lot of features on this knife, and as we've done with all of the others so far, we're taking inspiration from the different branches of the armed forces to create elements of the knife. So this one right here, you've got around the pivot, you've got the engravings that are reminiscent of an impeller design. You've got inlays in the handle that are look like cannons or some other portals or things like that on the ship. And then you've got the geometry of the blade. Makes it look like it's a vessel that would just be like
floating,
cutting through the waves. So all kinds of really, really cool designs on this thing. And then the blade. The blade is awesome.
Blade, you have a compound grind on there, you have a hollow grind on the actual blade itself, and then a flat grind on the tip. It's crazy. You keep the strength and obviously that durability right here at the tip of the blade. It just looks and feels awesome.
I love this fuller here that matches up with the hole, the blade hole, and then you've got a swedge on the top. And then you've got this beautiful, perfectly rounded spine of the knife with the jimping in it. So you've got so much going on in the blade right here, and it all works together really, really well. So it's not overly busy or anything like that. It just works. It's really, really beautiful.
Yep, and you have these three different versions here on the table. You have that really clean kind of stone-washed darker gray on the handle that transfers into the blade and just looks really clean. You have the satin blade with that blue camo, and obviously you have some of those accents with the satin hardware and the other inlays. And then the last but not least, kind of like that gunmetal gray, kind of like a polished gray.
It's so good, guys. When you flip the knife over, you get even more to look at. You have the 03 engraved into the clip right here, which is the third, to show that it's the third in the series, and there's going to be 4 total, so we're almost through all of these Armed Forces knives. Now the other thing, there's a little tiny detail on the pocket clip here, which is going to be hard to see. We'll show you in the B-roll, but you've got a lanyard hole built into the pocket clip, and then you've got just a beautiful millwork on the back of the handle. It's robust. It feels really good in the hand. Just like all these, they're all kind of overbuilt folders.
Definitely overbuilt. There is no backspacer on this one. It's all a sandwich construction from both your handle scales, just going, which it gives a really nice sleek design coming down the line, just right there.
It's fantastic, guys. The action on this is great. It's, as we said, it's an uncaged ceramic ball bearing. It's Böhler M390. It's titanium with a flipper tab, and it's a good one. I usually kind of like all of these the same, but this one really stands out to me from this series.
It's the blade for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one over there.
Next up, we've got the Air Force Tally.
Now, with all these ones, you will also get, obviously, your limited edition box. These are all limited edition, 200 to 210 pieces that do come with their certificates of authenticity and all.
Each knife comes with your certificate to show that it is authentic and gives you your numbering.
And the numbering is engraved also on the blade, so you do have that as well. Now, I gotta remember the name of it.
Tally.
The Tally. Look at that Wharncliffe. It's like a modified Wharncliffe.
It's aerodynamic, it's space age, it takes inspiration from aviation, and it looks, again, I think the designers did such a good job on these of taking inspiration from the different branches and putting them into a knife. This just looks like an airplane.
Yeah, some of the first design elements that call out to me, it's just very sleek, it's very streamlined. Not a lot of noise happening up here, right? We just got done talking about the gunwale, where there's a lot of milling and a lot of different intricacies on the handling and stuff like that, where this one's very minimal.
Yep. You've got a blank pivot, so there's no logo in it. It's just like it's kind of a satin single colored pivot with no logo on this side of the knife. The logo is going to be on your clip side of the knife on the pocket clip next to the series milling of the 03.
And this one has a really nice backspacer. The backspacer actually is integrated into your handles, where that kind of like steps up a little bit, and your blade actually hides. The tip of the blade hides into your backspacer. So you have a really nice handle to blade ratio, where it just, one, it just looks aesthetically pleasing, and two, you get just a nice lot of blade for that handle size.
Yep. Some other things to look at on that backspacer. It gives you some really nice visually appealing features here where it pairs up with your scales. This is just a sleek design. The tally, again, Bowler M390 and titanium.
We have these three different versions. You have that really nice clean satin that is going down the blade, so a different direction than normal, with that nice gray kind of like polished off titanium. Then you have the black two-tone blade with the satin flats and the black grinds. And then you have that black handle. And then the gunmetal gray going through the handle to the blade to kind of give you that nice one aesthetic of color.
Jet, which one's your favorite here?
Kind of liking the two-tone, just because that two-tone on the blade looks really nice, especially with that sharpened edges too.
I'm going with the polished gray gunmetal on this one.
It does give it some nice like shine to it.
Yeah. Shiny.
Shiny.
All right, what's next?
All right, we're going with the Trax.
All right, so this is our Army-inspired knife. The third in the series of 4. There's 3 versions of this thing available, and as you would expect with an Army-inspired knife, you've got a nice big rugged design. Around the pivot, you've got the spokes or the engraving there that is reminiscent of tracks from a tank or armored vehicle. You've got some big milling in the handle here that's mirrored on the clip side. So you've got this monstrous clip on here. It's really big. And then beautiful milling that kind of goes along with it. It's just a really, really good looking detailed knife. I love the jimping on here, the way that pairs with the little lines in the backspacer. There's some little cutouts in the backspacer right here. So again, you got a lot to look at with this knife.
Again, these are all just super overbuilt. They just feel so like just tank-like in my hand.
Yeah.
When they're there. We do have the 3 variations here. We had that kind of antiqued bronze finish on the handle here with the satin blade. Then you have the black blade with the camo, kind of like that brown camo finish. And then, last but not least, the gunmetal finish going on on the handle all the way to the blade.
Nice hollow grind on the blade right here, super slicey. So it takes that Bowler M390. It's a slightly thicker blade stock, but with that hollow grind on there, it makes this one nice and slicey. And do you have a favorite of this one?
Probably go with, I want to say the gunmetal, but I think the camo is kind of fun. It's very,
Me too.
It's very Army, right?
Me too. I like this this camo with the black blade, and you also get a little bit of two-tone in that blade. So
You do. Kind of got that black satin finish on that blade. It looks really clean.
yeah.
And there's some really deep, very aggressive milling on the handles. Again, very overbuilt. The pocket clip is very unique. The backspacer is crazy with some of the other milling in there. You do have a lanyard hole if you want to use that. And just all around, just a very well built, overbuilt pocket knife for this series.
I really do love the backspacer on this, where you've got the grooves here and then the holes in the back. So we'll get you some nice detailed shots of this. That's what really sets this knife apart. You got that middle finger flip with the hole in there. It's a great knife.
It's fun. It's fun to see the differences from all these obviously in the series.
Yeah. Which one are you guys collecting? Does anybody have the first two and is looking to purchase the Series 3 and Series 4? Let us know in the comments. All right.
Last but not least, we have the Temper. We have 3 different variations. This is the Marine series. On this one, we have the three different variations, kind of like that Bowie blade, which is really clean. We have a really nice, kind of apocalyptic, kind of distressed handle that goes into the blade as well. Kind of like that heavy stonewash. Black blade with the camo, digi camo. And then you have this gunmetal gray blade, but then the handle is like a darker, kind of almost like a purpley,
Bronzy, rusty,
rustic.
This is I'm just gonna say this is my favorite of this series right here.
It's like it has a lot of different like tones to it, but it's different than what we've seen before.
Yep, and you've got a black backspacer on here that actually makes it easier to kind of see that it is a different color. I think we're calling it charcoal in the description, but to me, it's got some slightly different like kind of rust tones in it that is different than that. So one of my favorite things about all of these Armed Forces themed knives is that you get very, very unique features and very different finishes on all of them. And so each one has something else that stands out. You know, we both were mentioning that we thought that the gunwale stood out to us because of that blade shape and some of those features. But then there's elements of each of the different versions that really stand out. And like, you know, to me, it's the finish on this one along with that Bowie style blade. So it's like every single model has really unique features to make them exciting.
It really does. This one has a little less on the how exaggerated the milling is, like compared to that Army one. You still have some really nice jimping, some really nice milling that kind of goes in there. You have the star on there to kind of obviously kind of help that design go through. And that I really am digging this one right here, that apocalyptic kind of finish.
That heavy stonewash on there. I like them. I like them all. I love the polish on this black right here. So this black stonewash blade has a slightly different polish than normal, and it pairs really, really well with that digi camo. Some other features of this knife is it's again Bowler M390 and titanium, flipper with frame lock, and you've got that fuller kind of in an interesting spot on the blade. It's not used for deployment, but it gives you a nice design element in your blade right there. So again, it's an overbuilt, very, very robust design. This one's got a flat ground blade, so again, it's different from the Army version, and you got just a lot of unique stuff, guys. Lots to see. So make sure that you get one of these in your hands to really appreciate it.
Yeah, these are all great models, great to add to the collection, and if you have family members and stuff like that in the Armed Forces. So.
Absolutely. So guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you check out our other videos. We've got some Magna Cut up on our We Elementum video, so go check that one out. We've got some new blade steels in our Civivi product line, so go and check those videos out. All of these will be available on August 24th. And your prices are going to range. We got to vary between like $360 and $430 MSRP for these different knives. I'll have links to all of these in the bottom of this video, so go check out the specs and the prices in the links, guys. Thanks for watching.
See ya.